Hi, it's Mr. G here, and today we're going to be talking about opportunity costs. In the last video, we talked about production's possibilities frontiers and how economies have to make trade-offs. And, you could have all the points on the production's possibility frontier. That's the maximum given the factors of production that that economy can produce. And different points on there are just trade-offs. So, and every point on the frontier is productively efficient, and one specific point is allocatively efficient, depending on that society's values and beliefs. Now, you can see in this example here, we are using computers and cookies, and this we're kind of making it for the individual, not talking about an economy, but it works for either, and we're just trying to simplify it down to understand what's going on. But you can see by the curve that there's an increasing opportunity cost. So let's have a look into that by looking at actually the numbers. So in this example, I can either assemble computers, so I'm talking about myself, or I can make cookies. All right. So if I produce 5 computers or assemble 5 computers, I don't have time to make any cookies. Or if I make no computers, I can only make 4 cookies. They're really big cookies. And so if you look at it, let's look at the actual numbers to see what's going on. So as we move from cookies, from 0 cookies to 1. So say, hey, I've been making nothing but computers, assembling them. You know what? I really want to make at least 1 cookie. And so how much do I have to give up? Well, the part in red is how much we have to give up in terms of computers. So that is the trade-off. Okay, so there's anywhere on the frontier, we know there's a trade-off. So to go from 0 to 1, I have to give up making half a computer. Okay, and so I'm like, all right, I only have to give up making half a computer. Not a big deal. I want that cookie. Well, say I want to make 2 cookies. So I'm moving from 1 to 2. Well, I just only have to give up another half. And so essentially, I've given up 1 computer that I can make, and I've gotten 2 cookies out of it. Okay, that's not too bad. Well, now I'm moving from 2 cookies up to 3 cookies. Well, now notice what happens. I have to give up making 1 whole computer. Wait a minute, we just moved up just to another cookie. It was only half a computer before. Now we're actually having to give up a whole computer. And then as we move from 3 to 4, we're having to give up making 3 computers. You can see that the cost is going up. That is the ever-increasing opportunity cost. Now, you can also look at opportunity cost in terms of slope. Okay, and so when we're talking about slope, we have it here. You can see a slope increases as it becomes steeper. Okay, so you can see the slope increases as it becomes steeper. And the slope is the opportunity cost. You remember slope is rise over run, the y over the x. Okay, so how much it's rise over run. So as it gets steeper, the opportunity cost increases as it moves to the right. In the other direction, opportunity costs increases as it flattens. So you can see that the opportunity cost will increase essentially in either particular case as you move towards more computers or more cookies. Okay, so essentially you have that ever-increasing opportunity cost. And the reason for that has to do with how well suited the factors of production are in producing it. You can't take people that are good at, say, making cookies and put them into making computers and expect the same level of production. The factors of production are maybe ill-suited, some of them are, to making computers or to making cookies. And so that's why, you have to give up more of one just to get a little bit of an increase. So here you can see the example as well graphically, and you have to know all of them. You have to be able to look at the number, you have to be able to look at the slope, but here you can see as well, as we move from point A to point B, we have to give up a lot of cookies. Just look at the length of that line compared to with B, how much we gain in terms of computer. And same with C and D. As we move towards cookies, we have to give up a large amount of computers. The line under C that's going vertically is how much we have to give up in computers, and D over to D is how much we're gaining. And you can see just the difference visually is there. And so you have to give up a large amount of cookies for a small amount of computers. You have to give up a large amount of computers for a small amount of cookies. Okay, and so we went over here. Now, so there is an opportunity cost of making cookies or computers that cannot be made. So the opportunity cost, and remember, opportunity cost is what we have to give up. Okay, so from going from 3 to 4 cookies, so we're just getting 1 extra cookies, is 3 computers. Okay, so we have to essentially, to go from just 1 extra cookie, we have to give up 3 computers. And you can see that was coming back from our example here, where we just got 1 extra cookie when we're going from 3 to 4, but we had to give up 3 cookies. Okay, and so we put that in terms of 3 computers to 1 cookies, or 3 to 1. So that is the opportunity cost, what we have to give up to get what we have. So we're getting the 1 cookie, we're giving up the 3 computers. Now, what is the opportunity cost of making computers that are cookies that cannot be made? So the cookies are the opportunity cost. So to make computers, we have to give up cookies. So the opportunity cost from going from 0 computers to 3 computers is 1 cookie. So then we write it as 1/3. Okay, so where we have basically in this particular case what we're having to give up, okay, and what we're essentially producing at the bottom. So we have the cookies at the top here, that's what we have to give up, and the computers at the bottom, what we're receiving, or 1/3. And so you can work it around. So producing 1 computer, I have to give up 1/3 of a cookie. Okay, and so you have to be able to put things in terms of the ratio. So you just have to look at it, what's being given up, put that on your top, and then what you're receiving then at the bottom. Okay, so that's opportunity cost. I'm Mr. G, and bye for now.